Well, good morning to everyone. First, I want to compliment Scott on the work that he's done here, thank him for his many accomplishments and progress during his tenure as athletic director. Scott is one of the hardest working people that I know. He's here early and he's here late, he's here on weekends, and he's always focused on doing his job. We owe a debt of gratitude to Scott. I want to wish him well in his new role as a faculty member. His real-life experiences will provide valuable lessons for our students and make them better professionals. Now it's time to move on. I want to announce our interim athletic director, Dr. Jessica Clark. Jessica is sitting up here. Jessica currently serves as Deputy Director of Athletics and our Senior Women's Administrator. She has over a decade of experience. She's handled some real good, tough situations a very good way, and she has my full confidence. Hopefully by early next week, we'll be putting together a search team. This team will be diverse, inclusive, and represent a broad range of constituents. Their purpose will be to vet candidates, provide guidance, and provide advice. The committee will make recommendations to me, and I will make final decisions. The committee will also be aided by a consultant, Mr. Mike Alden, who helped review the program last year. On the timeline, we're going to take our time. We're not going to sacrifice quality for speed. Now, given the holidays and everything coming up at this time of the year, it's likely that interviews won't begin until after the first of the year. And during that time, I have confidence in Jessica to keep the program and the department moving in the right direction. Some of the characteristics we are looking for in a new athletic director, and let me say before I mention those characteristics, this is a very attractive position with incredible opportunities. We've made great progress and great things are ahead of us. So I think that we're going to attract a good group of potential candidates. But for the characteristics, we're looking for either a sitting AD or a senior level administrator at a Division I program. We're looking for someone who is visionary. We're looking for someone who has great integrity and a great work ethic. We're looking for a relationship builder, someone who can focus on academics as well as athletic success, someone who has a solid understanding of NCAA regulations and university standards and can operate within those rules. We're looking for someone who has the ability to generate financial support and someone who will be collaborative with university departments and the various communities that we serve. You should all know that the university is committed to the pursuit of excellence in all areas, academics and athletics, and we will continue to improve and we will continue to make progress. Thank you all very much for being here.
This time we'll open up for questions for Dr. Savoie.
Dr. Savoie, the timing, Scott mentioned it just a second. You have your RCAF contributions all-time high, your academics all-time high, you're in the middle of a big facility development. The timing never is ideal, but was that a factor in all this?
Well, Scott has an annual evaluation, and we sit down and we talk about things every year, and that was back in October. And as we were talking about things and talking about his future, he mentioned that he always wanted to go back in the classroom and he wanted to teach and he wanted to spend more time with his family. So we continued to talk about it, and this just kind of evolved as a result of that conversation.
So started in October?
Yeah, September, October. And we talked about it on and off over probably a 2 or 3 week period. Things came into place, worked out.
Dr. Savoie, if Scott had wanted to remain as the athletic director, would you allow him to?
Well, we didn't have that. That wasn't the tone of the conversation at the time. We were talking about the future, and he expressed interest in some things, and so we talked through that and tried to make that happen for him.
What do you think are the biggest factors that led to his decision, and how much did some of the things, including conference affiliation, the TV agreement, the scheduling on the baseball stadium, play a part? And in terms of the timing, did the video matter have anything to do with it whatsoever?
The last part of your question, no. The timing was driven mostly by the schedule of the annual evaluation. Scott's contract runs through October, and so before every year it's scheduled for a conversation evaluation about the future. So that led to the timing.
Dr. Savoie, did this decision have anything to do with the locker room video from the football team a few weeks ago?
No.
Travis?
when did this kind of all, I guess, really kind of start getting going? I know you had a conversation, but when did this really fall into place with Dr. Leger taking over and kind of you filling in everything?
Well, the conversation started, as I said, about a month or 6 weeks or so ago, and continued for 3 or 4 weeks. And Scott was thinking about different things. We were looking at different options. We talked through them, and finally we concluded about 2 weeks ago that this would be the right course of action. So we've been spending time making sure that we were organized to be able to not miss a beat and keep things moving, and talked to consultants and kind of laid out the timeline of things. Talked to Dr. Leger, met with the athletic senior staff earlier today. Talked with RCAF leadership earlier in the week.
How much did the findings of the Alden Report factor into you accepting the resignation?
Well, as Scott mentioned, this is a very complex business, and the Alden Report, I think, was revealing in many ways. Had some practical solutions, and a whole lot of challenges and work. And these last few years have been, I think, dynamic times and progressive times, and it's taken a lot of effort and put a lot of toll on a lot of people. And I'm speculating, but maybe Scott decided, do I want to go through this again? Do I want to go through this another round of this, of the pressure of trying to improve multiple things simultaneously? I think that played into his mind, and in the back of his mind, he was also thinking about, I really want to spend more time with my family. I really want to get in the classroom. I really want to interact with students on a regular basis. I think it just kind of came together that way.
You mentioned the characteristics that you're seeking.
Mm-hmm.
What's your charge going to be for the new athletic director? What do you want to see done first in order?
Well, I want them to read the evaluation of the program, get an understanding of it. I want them to talk to a lot of people, our supporters and our staff. I want them to get a good sense of the special culture that we have here, and then I want them to make things happen.
The university's kind of in the middle of that big athletic facelift, $115 million project. How does his resignation really maybe change things, if at all, or what's the effect of Scott's resignation to the entire project?
I don't anticipate any changes to anything there. I mean, we've got the plan, we've got good support, we've got donors we've been talking to, we've got lots of commitments, and we're just going to keep pushing that ball down the road.
Will your search for the next athletic director be completely internal, or will you use?
No, this will be a national search. We're going to use national consultants. They've already begun to check their networks and to see, check the level of interest. I imagine some of that will happen over the next couple of months, and then you'll have formal applications and formal vetting taking place in January, February.
Where do things stand in terms of readiness on the baseball stadium, and did that whole episode have any impact whatsoever on Scott's decision?
I don't think so. Two questions. I don't think it had much of an impact. We had a conversation earlier today, and depends on when, related to seating, and it depends on the best estimate of when the thing will be completed. But I don't think that had a significant impact on his decision.
How seriously will Alden be involved in all this, and what do you see as his role?
His role is going to be helping us to identify potential candidates, checking them out, making sure that they have a solid record which meets the characteristics that we're looking for, bringing them to the committee to evaluate and to vet, making sure that we've checked everything to make sure that people are appropriate for the position. And so he'll help us along that path. He has a vast network in the athletic community, and I think that that'll be very helpful for us. Instead of just putting an ad in the paper and seeing who shows up, we want to go ahead and target people who may or may not have thought about coming here, and try to expose them to the great potential here and the great opportunities to build something special here. And I think that's the greatest advantage it'll bring to us.
Will Alden also be working with Dr. Leger during that time?
Yes.
In addition time gonna be in deciding who the next AD is? How much time is gonna be spent that?
Well, we had already decided to keep Mike Alden on contract on a consulting basis to help us through the implementation of several of their recommendations. But Dr. Leger is going to be the athletic director. I'm going to decide who the athletic director is going to be. He'll be a consultant and will provide us advice and assistance.
In terms of the new athletic director, how much will, this goes to the Alden Report, some sort of TV production or multimedia package be
Right.
critical
Yep.
really for that person?
Right. No, it really is, and we've been having a lot of conversations about how to put that together. That's certainly one of the areas that we need to move forward with quickly.
Back to the video, you said it had no impact on this whatsoever, but
No.
looking back on that whole thing, what were your thoughts on how the optics of it were for the university?
Well, the optics were not good. I've been spending a lot of time the last couple of weeks meeting with student groups of various sorts, and yesterday afternoon and last night, probably several hundred students in groups of 10 or 15, 20. There are multiple perspectives to the events which occurred. There are sincere feelings of concern and threat among various groups. And, universities are places where thoughts and speech and conversation should be able to be discussed and considered. And what it takes is respect. I'm not sure, in dealing with these groups, someone said, well, we need to get unity back. So I'm not sure we're going to have unity, but we can at least have respect and listen to one another's opinions and talk through issues and treat people as individuals and not stereotypes. I think that particular video was one event. We had others on campus which caused concern among various groups for various reasons.
In terms of the name issue, if you will, how confident are you that the conference will approve what your requests are? If it does, what was done to allow UL Monroe and Dr. Bruno to sign off on that, and how much do you hope that will not be an issue with the new athletic?
That's an ongoing conversation.
Any more questions? Thanks.
Thank you all.